Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Harrington Auditorium. We have the finale of the WPI Invitational Tournament between Susquehanna and WPI. But first, the national anthem and the starting lineups from public address announcer Pat Hickey.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Harrington Auditorium for today's women's basketball matchup between the Riverhawks of Susquehanna and your WPI Engineers. WPI, the NUMAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. At this time, we ask if you're able to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Let's meet the starting lineups. For Susquehanna, a grad student guard from Crestkill, New Jersey, number 10, Erin McQuillan. For WPI, a senior guard from Manchester, New Hampshire, number 5, Melanie Presso. For Susquehanna, a senior guard from Auburn, New Hampshire, number 12, Amanda Lemire. For WPI, a senior center from Valhalla, New York, number 21, Lisa Cristiano. For Susquehanna, a junior forward from Hazleton, Pennsylvania, number 14, Isabella Schwabe. For WPI, a senior guard from Simsbury, Connecticut, number 25, McKenna Finken. For Susquehanna, a senior forward from Bethlehem, PA, number 21, Olivia Brandt. For WPI, a senior guard from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, number 30, Alex Scariati. For Susquehanna, a junior guard from Andover, New Jersey, number 30, Caitlin Lynch. For WPI, a senior forward from Groton, Mass, number 32, Jordan Wynn.
So there are the starting lineups here at Harrington Auditorium for this afternoon's finale of the WPI Invitational Holiday Tournament. If you're just joining us and you missed the starting lineups, as presented by Pat Hickey, here we are for WPI, Melanie Presso, Lisa Cristiano, McKenna Finken, Alex Scariati, Jordan Wynn, your 5 from the other night. For Susquehanna, the 5 that started yesterday afternoon in a 72-67 win over Bates, Erin McQuillan, Amanda Lemire, Isabella Schwabe, Olivia Brandt, Caitlin Lynch. By the way, Erin McQuillan, 8 points away from 1,000. That might happen today. She's averaging about 14 points per game. She had 8 in the first quarter yesterday, coming out on a hot start. 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line. Then got a little cold and only added 3 points in the second half. But it is doable that we will have the 1,000th point scorer this afternoon. We're just about set to get underway. 4 quarters of live action here on New Year's Eve Day. We thank you here from WPI Athletics for joining us on your New Year's Eve day before a couple of, I don't know, somewhat big college football games later on being played, some playoff games. WPI wins the tip. It's Alex Scariotti handling the ball, setting the offense for the Engineers. Skip pass for Cristiano. She's at the top of the key. Scariotti on the far wing. She'll dribble. Kind of drive. Defer to Jordan Wynn, who gives it back for Scariotti. Directing offense. Cristiano in the block. 14 on the clock. She's one-on-one against Schwabi. Scariotti in the lane. Puts up the floater. Won't go. Ball tipped. Rattled around. Picked up by the Susquehanna Riverhawks, and they come back the other way. It's Erin McQuillan. One-on-one against Alex Scariotti. Presso is on Lemire. Entry pass batted away by Jordan Wynn, and here comes Scariotti for the Engineers. Presso. Right-hand dribble all the way up court. She'll defer to McKenna Finken, excuse me. Finken crosses over, looks in the lane, stops at the elbow, takes a jumper, rattles in, and then out. Rebounded there by Olivia Brandt. Here comes Susquehanna the other way, as Lemire will take control and bring it up court. It's Presso on Lemire. Presso steps back. Lemire takes a three. That won't fall. Cristiano cleans the glass for the Engineers, and Scariotti will bring it up court. Win for Finken. 8:40 to go here. First quarter, we're just underway. Both teams exchanging missed shots. Scariotti driving the lane, picks up a dribble. Cross court for Wynn. Driving baseline, underneath, scoop, scores!
Jordan Wynn.
First 2 points of the afternoon goes to Jordan Wynn and the Engineers, and they take a 2-0 lead with 8:25 to go in the first quarter. It's the final game of the WPI Holiday Invitational here at Harrington Auditorium. Bates has already been sent home with 2 losses, the number 22 team in the country losing twice. McQuillan spins off the glass and in, and she's 6 points shy of 1,000 now. Scariotti bringing it up court, for the Engineers. Finken, near wing. Looking for some motion. Instead, she defers to Cristiano, top of the key. Now press out far wing. Crosses over, gets a screen, takes a shot. Won't fall. Rebounded underneath. Jordan Wynn had it, got fouled. First foul of the afternoon will go against Olivia Brent. Excuse me, that's going to be Caitlin Lynch. Team's first, her first, and Scariotti to trigger from the end line. Underneath for Cristiano, she bumps into a body. Scariotti for three from the corner. That won't fall. Ball tipped away. Jordan Wynn fighting for it. We got a jump. It'll be Susquehanna basketball. Now, look, the last time WPI played, there was an inordinate amount, at least from up here anyways, amount of tied basketballs. I try to go through the play-by-play of that game. It's not really kept in the play-by-play, so we'll keep that as a stat for you. We'll see if there's anything weird going on in this game as well. For right now, it's Brandt who will defer for Lemire. Back for Brandt, who takes a three and connects.
3-point field goal, Brandt.
5-2 Riverhawks, 7:20 to go here, first quarter. Riverhawks coming in 8-2. Again, defeating Bates yesterday, 72-67. WPI came away with a 48-46 win over Bates on Wednesday afternoon. Finken gets a screen. Good screen by Cristiano. Finken spinning in the lane, looking for help. It's Scariotti. Left-hand dribble. Floater. That won't fall. Cristiano, the offensive rebound. She was too far underneath. Can't get the basket to fall. Another jump ball. This one belongs to the Engineers.
Belongs to the Engineers.
And very quickly, Emily Reynowska will go and check in for Lisa Cristiano. Reynowska scoring a career-high 15 points against Bates, including 10 straight points in the third quarter. Reynowska also added 9 rebounds. We're going to get a foul against Reynowska away from the ball, so it'll be Riverhawks basketball and a 5-2 lead for Susquehanna with 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. Lemire quickly up court will hand it off for Brandt on the wing. McQuillan, top of the key. She's working one-on-one against McKenna Finken. It's going to be a foul against Finken. I'm not sure what it was.
Foul on WPI.
Her first, team second. 6:40 to go. It's a baseline trigger for the Riverhawks. It's Lemire to take care of it. Lemire off the give and go, off the entry play. It's Win the rebound, and the Engineers come the other way with press out leading the charge. Calling for a screen from Reynowska. Lemire fights through it. Fights through the second screen. They give us to Win on the baseline. Good up fake, go in the lane. Kicks out Finken. 3-ball angle. Can't fall. does not get the home roll, and it stays 5-2 with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Lemire hands it off. McQuillan driving the lane. Crazy shot, won't go. Good defense by Wynn, and now an over the back against McQuillan, and she's beside herself. Excuse me, that's Lynch, and she's beside herself.
Susquehanna's Lynch, that's
Her second foul, so quickly she'll have to take a seat in Sadie Comfort, who came in off the bench and scored 10 points yesterday. We'll check in for the Riverhawks. Adriana Niles going to the scorer's table for the Engineers. She'll check in on the next whistle. Reynowska on the block. Will dribble, hand off for Finken. Finken double teamed on the baseline, kicks back out for Reynowska. Try to split the double team, but she traveled. And with 5:49 to go, it's a 5-2 lead for Susquehanna. Niles will check in. Jordan Wynn will check out.
Tech replacing Wynn.
(5-2) Susquehanna. 5:44 to go here, first quarter. McQuillan already with 2 points this afternoon. She's 6 points shy of 1,000. She has the ball on the far wing. Tries that entry pass. It's quickly kicked back out. Swung out. Sadie Comfort for three. Won't fall. Good box out by McKenna Finken on McQuillan. She grabs the rebound. It's Scariati, coast to coast, crossing over, gets the layup. 5-4 Susquehanna, 5:15 to go first quarter. What a play by Alex Scariati. Going through 3 of the 5 defenders, crossing over and hitting the layup. McQuillan working one-on-one against Finken, a double screen as she drives the lane off the glass and in. She's 4 points away. That's about the only way she's going to beat McKenna Finken, is if she gets double screened all afternoon. Finken, one of the better defenders on this WPI team, and a smart play by Charisse Galasso to put her on the near 1,000-point score. Scariati gets a screen, left-hand dribble in the lane, scoops it off the glass and in with contact and no foul. 7-6 Susquehanna, 4:35 to go first quarter. Lemire bringing it up court. McQuillan, one-on-one against Finken. Finken fights through the screen. It's Comfort. It's now Brandt trying to drive the lane. Good defense by Adriana Niles. Three, long two, and she'll connect. 2 points away. It's McQuillan. And it's 9-6 Susquehanna. 4:10 to go here, first quarter. Three ball for Niles on the other end. That won't fall. McQuillan grabs the rebound, and she's going to be marked by McKenna Finken. 3:53 to go first quarter. It's Schwabe underneath for Comfort. Can't handle the basketball, loses control. Niles picks it up for the Engineers. Scariati will settle things down and run the offense. Entry pass for Reynowska on the block. She's working one-on-one against Schwabe, and she traveled. Susquehanna basketball.
Cristiano and O'Neill check in for the Engineers.
O'Neill and Cristiano will check in. Finken and Reynowska will check out. Finken has been getting beat up today. She's trying to fight through double screens the entire time to defend McQuillan, who is now 2 points away from 1,000. Pass underneath. Now kick back out for McQuillan. She's working one-on-one against Cara O'Neill. Fakes one way, goes the other. Scoops, won't fall. O'Neill the rebound for the Engineers. A quick outlet for Scariati. Now underneath. Great pass for Cristiano. Regains herself. Press out for three. Too strong. Won't fall. Riverhawks with the basketball, and they'll come back the other way. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. 9-6 Susquehanna over WPI in the final game of the WPI Holiday Invitational. Pass for McQuillan gets stolen by O'Neill, but O'Neill almost tipped it out of bounds, so she saved it, and McQuillan regains possession. 10 on the shot clock. McQuillan driving the lane, fouled, and she'll go to the line for two. 2:41 to go here in the first quarter, and McQuillan, who hit both of her free throws yesterday, or excuse me, 3 of her 4 free throws yesterday, will go to the line.
McQuillan will go to the line, shooting.
She'll hit the first. One shot remaining, and this could be the 1,000th point here. And it is. We're going to get a quick timeout. Congratulations to graduate student Erin McQuillan, who has 1,000 points.
Susquehanna calls timeout.
30-second timeout by Coach Gabby
At this
Holko.
time, we would like to recognize and congratulate Susquehanna's Erin McQuillan, who with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first scored her 1,000th point. Congratulations, Erin, on this amazing milestone.
So with 2:41 left in the first quarter, Erin McQuillan becomes the number 12 scorer all time in Susquehanna history with 1,000 points even. 2:41 to go here. First quarter, 11-6 Susquehanna over WPI. Allison McMorrow checking in for the Engineers. Scariotti will bring the ball up court after Adriana Niles triggers from the end line. Now that the hullabaloo is complete, let's play a basketball game, shall we? Adriana Niles, top of the key, holding for the Engineers. Scariotti, near wing. O'Neal was posting up on the block. Didn't really get anything, though. Scariotti on the return pass for three. Too strong, won't fall. Rebounded there by Comfort. And she'll give it for Lemire, who will move it up court. Three ball, in and then out. Scariotti, good box out and rebound against McQuillan. Kind of lost control of the basketball, but regains possession. Up for Adriana Niles, who's ahead of her defender. Tries a skip pass for Cristiano, is kicked. So the clock will stay at 23 seconds. The shot clock, that is. A minute 59 to go on the play clock, or game clock, excuse me. Off the entrance, we're going to get a foul against Cara O'Neal. They say she pushed off in order to get to that spot for the inbound.
That's their first team sport.
So with 1:59 to go, Susquehanna with the basketball and a 5-point lead, 11-6 here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, you missed Erin McQuillan completing her 1,000-point journey. That was about a minute ago with her second completed free throw. So she has 8, which means that she has 8 of the 11 Susquehanna points. McQuillan travels, turns it over. Engineers with the basketball with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Cristiano, top of the key, skip pass for O'Neal. Takes a step back, takes a jumper, too strong. Riverhawks with the basketball, and they're pushing. McQuillan on the return pass. That's got to be an offensive foul. Yes, it is. Esposito completely out of control, crashing to Adriana Niles, and it'll be WPI basketball.
Foul on the Riverhawks, Esposito. That's their
Final 89 seconds of the first quarter. McKenna Finken checks in. Scariotti will get a break for the rest of the quarter.
Scariotti.
With 89 seconds left, O'Neal will run the offense here for the Engineers. Cristiano, top of the key. One dribble and a pass to O'Neal. On the screen, O'Neal dribbling away. Cristiano for Niles. Engineers look a little bunched up right here. Cristiano for O'Neal. Deep two, won't fall. Rebound underneath Finken, gets fouled. No call. They're going to say it was all ball. Ball goes out of bounds against McQuillan. And it'll be 19 on the shot clock, a minute 7 on the game clock for the Engineers. O'Neal will trigger from the end line. Off the entrance pass, Finken gets a screen, gets to 14 feet, takes a jumper, rattles in and then out. Final 60 seconds of the first quarter, 11-6 Susquehanna over WPI. WPI has missed its last 4 field goal attempts. Dribble drive, Lemire pulls up and hits the 17-footer uncontested. 13-6 Susquehanna, 40 seconds to go, first quarter, excuse me. It's Finken on the far wing. Cristiano holding it there. Comes near wing for Niles, 3 ball. All alone and she'll connect.
Niles
Cuts the lead to 13-9 with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lemire. As Coach Gabby Holko barking the offensive instructions from the bench. Lemire, McQuillan, top of the key, traveled. Second time she's traveled before she's put the ball on the ground. And Gabby Holko kind of looked at her assistant, Skylar Fenimore, and said, is that a travel? I'm not sure if that is. In any event, the officials have called it. Niles will inbound for O'Neal, who taps her chest to let her teammates know this is the call with 10 seconds to go. Finken, Cristiano, 5 on the clock. Cristiano, slow dribble. I'm not sure why the three by O'Neal at the buzzer, and she'll connect. It's a long two. It's a long two from O'Neal. So 13-11 is the end of the first quarter. WPI, after missing 5 straight field goals, hit their last 2. And at the break of the first quarter, Susquehanna 13, WPI 11. You're watching WPI Women's Basketball on YouTube.com.
Ball to start the second quarter.
Susquehanna basketball to start the second quarter. It's 13-11, the lead for the Riverhawks over the Engineers here in the finale of the WPI Holiday Invitational Tournament. Bates, again, has already gone home with 2 losses, the number 22 team in the country, getting defeated twice here in Worcester before having to travel all the way back to campus. We're going to get a foul of 3 seconds against Schwabe.
3-second violation.
And it'll be Engineers basketball with 9:45 left here in the first half. Cara O'Neal bringing it up court, gives it for press out now for Finken. Niles for O'Neal. Down low for Finken. Up fakes the defender, goes up, can't get the basket. Ball tipped around, still loose, picked up by the Riverhawks. Finken, press out. Raynowska, Niles, and O'Neal on the floor for the Engineers. McQuillan. That's Esposito. I'm telling you, these numbers are not conducive for broadcasts on the Susquehanna jerseys. It's Lemire, Esposito, McQuillan, Schwabe, and Comfort on the floor for Susquehanna. But again, I remind you, if you could see it on the broadcast, the numbers, the fonts, they may look pretty on paper, but on a uniform when you're trying to identify players, not so easy. Finken will leave for Raynowska, holding it. Top of the key, pass for O'Neal. O'Neal steps inside to the elbow and hits the jumper, tying the game at 13 with 8:50 to go in the first half. Lemire bringing it up court. Susquehanna again dressed in their road blacks, trimmed in maroon and gold, maroon and orange. Think Vatek all black jerseys. Lemire, a 3 off the screen, won't fall. O'Neal cleaning the glass for the Engineers, and she'll push the action the other way. In transition, she'll kick to Niles. Straight away 3. Got it! 2 straight threes for Adriana Niles. She's got 6 points. Engineers with a 3-point lead. And we're going to get
Susquehanna calls its second timeout.
30-second timeout from Coach Gabby Holko and Susquehanna. Engineers 16, Riverhawks 13, 8:20 to go, first half. 8:20 to go, first half. WPI just retaking the lead for the first time since about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 16-13 Engineers over the Riverhawks. We're going to get a traveling violation against Esposito, and the official explaining to her what she did wrong. Gabby Holko is kind of frustrated with the official who made the traveling call because he's called 2 against McQuillan as well, and she's not quite understanding what the traveling rule is. And, I mean, no one really knows anymore nowadays, right? I mean, you have LeBron James holding onto the basketball and walking. Finken to the hoop, can't get the layup to fall, and then trying to avoid contact, inevitably makes complete contact with Schwabe, and Schwabe falls over and is a foul on Finken.
That's their second, team's first.
So Finken second, team's first. Scariati will check in, Finken will sit down. Scariati checking back in after taking a break with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So here's Selvaggi running the show. Straightaway 3, all alone, too strong, won't go. Rebounded underneath by Reynowska for the Engineers. Scariati, outlet pass for O'Neal. Now for press out in transition. 3 ball, won't go, too strong. Rebound attempt by Susquehanna, not good. It's Scariati for the Engineers. Skip pass underneath for Reynowska. Back out for Scariati. Driving the lane. Kicks it back for Reynowska. Off the glass and in. What a give and go by Scariati and Reynowska. And it's a 5-point lead for the Engineers, the largest of the afternoon, with 7:10 to go in the first half. McQuillan gets a screen. Looking to drive the lane. Instead kicks out. Schwabe from the baseline, can't fall, ball tipped around, grabbed by Susquehanna and reset. Esposito, dribble drive against Adriana Niles. Good defense by Niles, up and under by Esposito though, and she'll get the layup. 18-15 Engineers over the Riverhawks, 6:45 to go, first half. Press out, comes over to the near wing for O'Neal at the elbow, far side, it's Reynowska. O'Neal steps back, long 2, got it! Back up to 5 is the lead for the Engineers, 20-15 with 6:25 to go, first half. Selvaggi walking it up court for the Riverhawks. To the far wing, it's McQuillan. She up fake, steps inside. Jumper from 20 feet out, won't fall. Press out, cleans the glass for the Engineers, and she'll bring it up to the far wing. For Niles, up fakes a 3 straight away. Drives the lane, can't get the layup to fall. She was too close to the rim to realize where she was, and her layup hit directly underneath. We're going to get a hand check here against McQuillan. Against McQuillan's drive. We'll see against which Engineer. It's going to be a White 10. There is no 10 on the floor for White. Okay, so the foul will be against Melanie Pressow. Her second, team second. Look up and down the WPI roster. There's a 10, but Madison Cutlander is not on the floor. Scariati off the miss. Outlet pass for Pressow near side. Defers for Niles, who traveled before she put the ball on the ground. Wynn and Cristiano will check in. Niles and Reynowska will sit down. Allison McMorrow will check in, and Melanie Pressow will sit down. 5:46 to go, first half. Engineers by 5, 20-15 over the Riverhawks. Near side, it's Selvaggi. Entry pass down low, good denial by Wynn, and a steal by Scariati. Scariati crossing over, tries to go coast to coast. Selvaggi punched it out from behind. It'll be Engineers basketball with 25 on the shot clock. Good defense there by Selvaggi to recuperate, come all the way down court and punch it out as Scariati tried to drive. O'Neal off the inbound, gets a good screen to the elbow, takes a jumper, gets it! O'Neal with 8 points on the afternoon, 22-15 WPI, 7-point lead, its largest of the afternoon with 5:10 to go first half. Selvaggi near wing. Holding, now dribbling to the far side. Scariati takes a tumble, recuperates defensively, On the crossover, Cara O'Neal diving to the ground, comes away with a steal. McMorrow for win, outlet for Scariotti. Slowing things down, gives it to McMorrow. Near side jumper, won't fall. Rebounded there by Esposito, and here come the Riverhawks the other way. It's McQuillan. McQuillan with 8 points exactly. She's got 1,000 already in her career. She hit her 1,000th with the second free throw earlier with 2:41 left in the first quarter. The jumper from the baseline, and it'll fall for Olivia Brandt, who showed her shooting prowess yesterday. Win. Skip pass for Cristiano. It's a kick ball, so it'll stay with the Engineers. No reset. 24 on the shot clock. It was a good look by Wynn for Cristiano. Off the inbound, it's O'Neal. O'Neal's going to get the screen. She's going to drive with her left hand, scoops it off the glass, won't fall. Cristiano tips it out, but the Riverhawks come away with it. It's Lemire bringing it up court. Dropping it off, McQuillan for three. All alone, rattles in and then out. O'Neal picking up the rebound for the Engineers. Coming near side for Scariotti. Scariotti, good crossover dribble now. Driving the lane, gets contact. No shot, though. It's on the ground. And with 3:54 to go, Engineers will have an end line trigger.
Schwabi checks in for the Riverhawks, replacing Esposito. Reynowska replaces Cristiano for tackle.
Emily Reynowska in, Lisa Cristiano out for the Engineers. 3:54 to go, first half. Engineers by 5, 22-17. Scariotti tried to do something with it before she caught it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Susquehanna basketball with 3:51 to go. On the action, the missed shot. It's Jordan Wynn with the rebound. The big dribble away. Gets met at the timeline by Salvaggi, who punches it loose. Lemire up ahead for McQuillan. McQuillan pulling up. Open jumper. Got it. 10 points. 1,002 for McQuillan. She's now number 11 all time at Susquehanna's scoring list. 22-19. Leeds cut to three. Pass underneath. Stolen. Here comes McQuillan. Skip pass down low. It's Brandt working, spinning, shooting over Wynn and getting the basket. That was a tough shot for Olivia Brandt, but she got it to fall. The lead is cut to 1, 22-21 here with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Brandt with 7, McQuillan with 10. O'Neal up top for Wynn, swings it far wing for Scariotti. Now underneath Wynn, all alone. Couldn't handle the pass initially. She regains control, spins off her defender off the glass. 24-21 and a quick 30-second timeout from Coach Charisse Galasso. Engineers by 3, 24-21 with 2:37 to go in the first half. .237 to go, first half. WPI by 3, 24-21 over Susquehanna here in the final game of the WPI Holiday Invitational. Bates has already accepted their 2 losses. Well, maybe not accepted, but has received 2 losses here in Worcester and are now on their way back to campus if they're not already there. McQuillan, left-hand dribble, comes near baseline for Schwabi. Her baseline jumper won't fall. It's Reynowska cleaning the glass. O'Neal, outlet for Scariotti, far side. Scariotti, left-hand dribble, looks to go to the lane, instead crosses back over. Good defense by McQuillan, knocked it away from her. Scariotti loses the handle again. McQuillan right all over Scariotti. She's going to need some help. Somebody needs to give a screen or something. 10 seconds to go. She receives a screen, driving the lane, kicks back out all alone. Jordan Wynn for three, way off. Niles the rebound, up and in.
Niles!
8 points for Adriana Niles here in the second quarter. It's a 5-point Engineer lead, 26-21, with 1:45 to go in the first half. McQuillan gets a screen. O'Neal fights through it. Pass goes to the baseline. A contested three by Brandt, and she'll hit. Cuts the lead to 2, 26-24. That's 10 points for Brandt. 90 seconds to go first half. Raynowska, top of the key, holding it there. O'Neal traveled before she put the ball on the ground. Sadie Comfort will check in. Salvaggi will check out for Susquehanna. 79 seconds to go here in the first half. Engineers by 2, 26-21. Schwabe near wing. I think this is the furthest away from the basketball she's ever furthest away from the hoop she's ever got the basketball. We're going to get a blocking foul on Scariotti. That's her first, team's third.
Scariotti, that's their first, team's third.
So an end line trigger is coming from Amanda Lemire for the Riverhawks. 65 seconds to go first half. Schwabe off the inbound. Entry pass down low for Brandt. Double team. McQuillan gets the ball for Lemire. For Comfort. Ball fake, drive, picks up her dribble. Final 10 on the shot clock. 8, 7, 6. Lemire holding. Lemire dribbling. It's Comfort for three from the wing. Too strong. Won't go. Niles the rebound for the Engineers. Scariotti off the outlet. Final 40 seconds of the first half. There's a 14-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Shot clock is at 15 seconds right now. So 29 seconds is the game clock. Niles off the screen. Thought about pulling up and taking the three. Instead, it's Scariotti. Now she takes a three. Got it! 29-24 WPI. Final 15 seconds at 7 points for Scariotti. Final 10 seconds, it's Lemire with the basketball. Gets a screen for Comfort. Takes a three in desperation. It goes out of bounds. It'll remain Susquehanna basketball. 4.7 on the clock. They said it went off of Cara O'Neal's sneakers. You can hear the Engineer coaches and the bench calling out the defensive play. Blue, blue, blue. Watch the play. McQuillan off the entrance pass. Her shot is short. Comfort saves it in to win, and that's the buzzer, and that's the end of the first half.
At the half, it's the Riverhawks of Susquehanna.
After the first 20 minutes of play, Engineers 29, Riverhawks 24. When we return, first half recap, first half stats, and second half action before we go to break. We just want to let you know Erin McQuillan has hit her 1,000th point in the first quarter with 2:41 left. She's now at 1,002 with her 10 points in the first half. We'll take a break. You're watching WPI Women's Basketball, the Holiday Invitational, right here on YouTube.com. We're about, I don't know, 2 minutes away from the end of the halftime break. Engineers with a 5-point lead, 29-24 over the Riverhawks. Graduate student Erin McQuillan scoring her 1,000th point this afternoon for Susquehanna. That happened with 2:41 left in the first quarter. She hit her second of 2 free throws to get her 1,000 points. She was 8 shy. She currently has 10 in the afternoon. Her and Olivia Brandt, teammates, lead all scorers with 10 points. For the Engineers, we have 2 bench players with 8 points, Kara O'Neill and Adriana Niles. Niles hitting 2 threes and a jumper. Kara O'Neill with 4 jumpers. 4 2-pointers, I should say. So that's where we are. Currently, Erin McQuillan for Susquehanna sits at number 11 all-time scorers with 1,002 in school history. And we'll see what the second half brings. McKenna Finken was heavy on McQuillan early in the game. Susquehanna running a bunch of double, triple screens for McQuillan, knowing the defensive prowess of McKenna Finken. And to that note, that kind of wore down Finken. You could see in her body language throughout the half, when she would come down to the offensive end, she seemed tired, and rightfully so. She was fighting through 2 to 3 Riverhawk players trying to get back to her person that she's defending. So we'll see how the Engineers come out here in the second half. It's the starting 5: Pressow, Cristiano, Finken, Wynn, and Scariati.
It'll be
Same thing for Susquehanna to start the half. McQuillan, Lemire, Schwabe, Brandt, Lynch. Engineers start with the basketball here in the second half. We're just underway, third quarter. Engineers by 5, 29-24 here in the finale of the Worcester WPI Holiday Invitational. And it's McKenna Finken with her first 2 points of the afternoon with the layup. Pushes the lead to 31-24. Lemire, the lefty, picks up her dribble, swings out, 3-ball, in after it rolls all the way in. For Olivia Brandt, she now has 13. And that'll cut the lead to 4, 31-27, 9:18 to go here, third quarter. Scariati for 3 at the other end, got it! Back-to-back 3-pointers for Scariati. She ended the first half with a 3. She starts the second half with a 3. It's a 34-27 lead. Engineers, 10 points for Scariati. Drop pass down low for Brandt. We're going to get a foul on the ground. There's a Susquehanna player down, and that's Caitlin Lynch.
Foul on WPI's Win. That's her first team.
It's against Jordan Wynn. They said that it was a push. Her first, team's first. 8:57 to go here, third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. Live from Harrington Auditorium. Lemire gets it in just before the 5-second violation. It's Brandt for McQuillan. McQuillan with the screen. She'll swing out. Lynch down low. Schwabe had it, lost it, kicked out. Good ball movement. Lemire, long jumper, won't fall. Jordan Wynn with her 6th rebound of the afternoon. Finken will slow things down for the Engineers. 8:30 to go, third quarter. WPI 34, Susquehanna 27. Cristiano off the return pass, kicks out for Pressow. 10 on the shot clock for the Engineers. Pressow gets a screen, steps inside, 19-footer and connects on those 2 points of the afternoon. Pressow leading the team in points per game. First 2 points of the afternoon here for Melanie. It's a 9-point lead, the largest of the afternoon for the Engineers. 36-27 with 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Brandt on the drive. McQuillan on the drive. They're going to call a foul on McKenna Finken. And immediately, coaches Courtney Chase and Charisse Galasso stand up and throw their hands up like, what? That's a foul? Ooh. And I can't say I blame them. 5-second violation against Susquehanna. That's their second of the tournament.
Violation, tech ball. O'Neal checks in.
Caro O'Neal will come in, and McKenna Finken, who's in foul trouble with 3, will check out. Scariotti will bring it up court for the Engineers. 7:50 to go here, third quarter. Engineers by 9, 36-27. Win. Driving baseline. Spins off for defender. Kicks it out for Cristiano. Scariotti straight away. 3. Got it! 3 straight threes for Alex Scariotti. She's got 13. The lead is 12. 39-27 Engineers. 7:30 to go third quarter. Lemire. Lynch. Brandt holding it top of the key. Thought about an entry pass for Schwabe. Instead gives to McQuillan. Crosses over, steps up, takes a jumper and connects. 12 for McQuillan. 1,004 in her career. Scariotti. Left-hand dribble for Wynn. Top of the key. O'Neal. Thought about an entry pass. Now dribbles around her defender. Drives the lane, kicks out, Presso for 3. Too strong, way too strong. Wynn fighting for the basketball. She gets it. Her 7th rebound, 3rd offensive rebound. O'Neal driving the lane, can't get it to fall. Ball loose, Lemire comes away with it for the Riverhawks, and she'll bring it up court. 6:40 to go, third quarter. Engineers by 10, 39-29. How is that not an offensive foul? I don't know, but the Engineers come away with the basketball. It's Presso. She comes near side for O'Neal, crossing over in the lane. Shot gets blocked by Lynch, and she moves it up court for McQuillan. Crosses on Scariotti, goes to the hoop and gets the basket. 14 for McQuillan. It's 39-31. Cristiano, top of the key, holding it there for the Engineers. She'll give it to press out. Off the screen, 20-footer, won't fall. Jordan Wynn, an offensive rebound for the Engineers. Cristiano cutting to the hoop, gets the pass in the basket. 41-31 WPI, 5:45 to go, third quarter. Holding it there is Lemire. She'll finally put it on the court. One-on-one, working against Melanie Presso. Crossover. Comes back the other way, gets a screen. Good switch by Wynn. Denies a jumper, rebounded by Alex Scariotti, and she'll come up court. Presso holding it there for the Engineers. Crosses over, tries to drive. We're going to get a hand check foul on Lemire. That'll be her first, team's first. 5:19 to go. Radowska and Niles check in. Cristiano and Wynn will check out. And it looks like Allison McMorrow will come into this basketball game as well. And she'll replace Alex Scariotti.
Radowska and Niles check in for the Engineers.
5:19 to go, third quarter. Engineers with the basketball and a 10-point lead, 41-31. O'Neal leaves for press out, gets a screen, takes a 3, can't connect. Good box out and rebound by Brandt. She'll push up ahead from McQuillan. McQuillan will work one-on-one against McMorrow. Looking for a screen from Brandt. She'll get it. Good pickup by Adriana Niles. Ball's in the baseline corner. Stepping in is Lemire. Takes a jumper and connects.
Amanda Lemire.
41-33. WPI over Susquehanna. 4:50 to go, third quarter. O'Neal calling the offense as she crosses the timeline. Presso holding there. Kick out. Niles. 12 on the shot clock for the Engineers. Presso try to go inside for McMorrow. Lemire steps in, takes a steal up ahead from McQuillan, all alone by herself. Left-hand layup up and in.
Erin McQuillan.
4:23 to go, third quarter, 41-35. WPI lead is dwindling. That's 3 straight possessions without a basket for the Engineers. Niles holding there. Entry pass for Radowska on the block. Try to work the baseline. Scoop up and under. Won't go. Rebounded by the Riverhawks. That's 4 straight possessions for the Engineers without a basket. And here comes Scariotti and Finken to the scorer's table. Lemire for Brandt. Working one-on-one against Adriana Niles. Swings it over. Lynch for 3. That would have been a dagger if she hit it. Definitely a timeout-worthy jumper if it went in. Instead, the Engineers with the rebound. It's Presso trying to slow things down for WPI. McMorrow for Niles. There's nobody on the near side of the court here with Niles. Dribble drive, O'Neal, high off the glass, won't go. McMorrow, the offensive rebound, spinning, puts it up, won't go. Everybody's looking for a foul, nothing there. McMorrow, an offensive rebound. It's Niles powering her way to the basket, gets a basket. 10 points for Adriana Niles. It's an 8-point lead for the Engineers, 43-35 with 3:10 to go, third quarter. Lynch driving, dribbling, kicks out. Brandt for three, near side, too strong. O'Neal cleans up the glass for the Engineers. An opportunity here to extend the lead. O'Neal, dribble, drive, spins, off the glass and in!
O'Neal!
That's 10 for O'Neal off the bench. It's a 10-point lead for the Engineers. 2:42 to go here in the third quarter. O'Neal and Niles both with 10 points off the bench for WPI. Ball comes near side. Brandt for three, connects.
3-point field goal, Brandt.
45-38, WPI over Susquehanna. 2:23 to go here, third quarter. Pesso. On the give and go, the screen, the jumper, won't fall. Brandt, all alone underneath, is able to easily clean up the glass for Susquehanna. McQuillan will bring it up court. She'll work one-on-one against McMorrow. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter. It's Brandt, far wing, holding it there. Entry pass down low for Lemire. Lemire tries to find Schwabe. Ball batted away by Reynowska. Here comes McMorrow for the Engineers. Press out, far wing. Stutter steps, hesitates, tries to spin around. We're going to get a timeout. Coach Cherise Galasso. It's a 30-second timeout. WPI 45, Susquehanna 38. Final minute 45 of the third quarter. Off the 30-second timeout, minute 45 to go, third quarter. WPI 45, Susquehanna 38. Final game of the WPI Holiday Invitational live from Harrington Auditorium. Thanks for tuning in on the WPI Athletics YouTube page. We're going to get a foul against
WPI's Cristiano.
WPI Elisa
Team's third.
Cristiano away from the basketball. So it'll be Susquehanna basketball with 1:35 to go. We want to take a moment here to say WPI Athletics broadcast executively produced by both Rusty Egan and Alex Gutierrez. Our official basketball statistician today, first a three-pointer, that connects for Sadie Comfort. Leads cut to 4, 45-41, WPI, 1:15 to go. Our official basketball statistician, Sydney Padula, working the scorers table. Public address announcer, Pat Hickey. Clock operators, Josh Katz, Nikki Narducci. I'm George Bannister up here in the broadcast booth. Up and under, Finken gets fouled. She'll go to the line for two. That's the first foul against Comfort. Second team foul.
Foul on Susquehanna's Comfort. Their first, team second. Finken will go to the line shooting 2.
McMorrow is going to check in for Finken. Finken misses the first. If Finken hits this, McMorrow will check in to replace Finken defensively here in the final minute of the third quarter. Finken hits, McMorrow will check in. It's a 46-41 lead for the Engineers with the final 60 seconds of the third quarter.
1 minute to play in the quarter, 1 minute.
We're looking for another exciting finish here. Every game has been fantastic here in this WPI Invitational. 3 ball in and then out. Ball's loose. McMurrow fighting for it, spinning around. We get a tied up basketball. It'll be Bates' ball with 46 seconds to go. It's only the third one this afternoon compared to the 20 some odd for the WPI Bates game, and then about 7 or 8 yesterday between Bates and Susquehanna. Final 40 seconds here. 5-point lead for the Engineers. Entry pass. Good read by O'Neal. She'll steal it. Outlet pass up ahead for McMurrow. She sprints to get to it. Drops it back for O'Neal. Niles holding. Skip pass underneath for Cristiano. Back out for Scariotti. Scariotti gets the screen. Double team. Works through it on the baseline. Scoops it up. Way too wild. It was crazy. 19 seconds to go. Susquehanna pushing. Selvaggi. Good, was working up and under. Offensive foul. She was out of control. O'Neal took the body. And with 13.4 seconds to go, WPI will have the basketball. Presumably the last possession here in the third quarter.
Their first, team's third.
McMurrow, Scariotti, Niles, O'Neal, Cristiano. That's who's on the floor for the Engineers. McQuillan, Comfort, Esposito, Selvaggi on the floor for Susquehanna. Baseline jumper, Niles. That won't go. That's the end of the third quarter. WPI 46, Susquehanna 41. We're entering the fourth quarter here in the final game of the WPI Holiday Invitational. You're watching WPI Women's Basketball on YouTube.com.
It'll be
Final 10 minutes.
Starts the fourth quarter.
Final 10 minutes of regulation. We're going to call it regulation here at Harrington Auditorium. WPI 46, Susquehanna 41. Here in the last game of the WPI Holiday Invitational, we've had 2 fantastic games already. WPI beating Bates 48-46. Came down to the final possession. Susquehanna beat Bates 72-67. Came down to the final couple possessions there. And here we are, a 5-point differential with 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Jumper for Niles. She'll connect. That's 12 for Adriana Niles. And the Engineers have a 7-point lead, 48-41. Lemire crossing over for Comfort, far wing. She holds it there. We're going to get a foul on Cara O'Neal. And again,
On WPI's O'Neal, that's her
again,
second,
the
team's
officiating crew getting a response from Cherise Galasso on that call. It appeared to be a ticky-tack foul, but, you know, we're up here, they're down there. Lemire tries to drive the lane. A blocking foul against Cara O'Neal. So quickly she'll get to her third foul, so I would imagine here comes a substitution, and there comes Melanie Pressow.
Presso checks in for the Engineers, replacing O'Neal.
.9:22 to go, fourth quarter. Top of the key, holding it there, Comfort. Now she'll take the three. It's too strong. Good box out underneath by the Engineers. Niles comes away with the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Finken to bring it up court and run the offense. Final 9:05 of regulation here. Engineers by 7, 48-41 over Susquehanna Riverhawks. Finken, long jumper, too strong off the back iron. Good job by Scariotti trying to battle that ball away. Ball comes loose and sprinting up court and getting barely touched by Finken, but fouled is Esposito. She'll go to the line for 2. That's the 4th foul against McKenna Finken, and here comes McMorrow to check in for Finken.
McMorrow checks in, replacing Finken for the Engineers. Esposito will go to the line for 2 shots.
After one made free throw, it's 48-42 WPI. Engineers with the basketball with 8:34 to go here in the 4th quarter. On the kick out, Niles for 3. Too strong off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Cristiano gets it for Pressow. She's in the lane. She'll kick out for McMorrow. Thought about a 3. Instead, she swings to Scariotti, who will reset the offense with 12 on the shot clock. Scariotti gets a screen from Niles. Crosses over. In the lane, forces it up, gets fouled, should go to the line for 2.
Foul on Comfort, her second, team's first. Scariotti will go to the line, shooting 2.
Scariotti will hit the first. She'll hit the second. She's up to 15 points this afternoon. That's not quite a season high. She hit 16 for Scariotti back on November 13th against Western New England. Skip pass down low for Schwabe. She'll kick out. Lemire for 3. Connects.
3-point field goal, Lemire.
Cuts the lead to 5, 50-45 with 7:53 to go here in the 4th quarter. McMorrow for Niles. Back for McMorrow. Now for Pressow. Gets the screen, gets a double screen. Steps back, thought about a 3. Will now drive. Pick up her dribble. Underneath for Cristiano on the roll. Gets the layup.
From Presso.
52-45 WPI. 7:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. That'll bring Brant to the scorer's table for the Riverhawks for a little more defense underneath. Deep 3 for Comfort. Doesn't hit the rim. It goes off the glass. Rebounded underneath by Niles. Ball gets tipped away. Niles goes to the ground. Jump ball possession will stay with the Riverhawks. 12 on the shot clock.
Belongs to the Riverhawks. Brant checks in for the Riverhawks. Raynowska checks in for the Engineers, replacing Cristiano.
Esposito struggling to get up off the ground and will crash back down.
Officials timeout.
And we'll take a break here from Harrington Auditorium. WPI 52, Susquehanna 45. You're watching WPI Women's Basketball on YouTube.com. Esposito helped off the floor for the Riverhawks, is being tended to by the WPI athletic staff. It's Rachel Califf down there working on Amelia Esposito. 12 on the shot clock for the Riverhawks. 7:11 to go, fourth quarter. Off the entry pass is Esposito. 10 on the shot clock for the Riverhawks. McQuillan, left-hand dribble, gives it up. Esposito for three, left alone, misses the jumper. Now's the rebound for the Engineers. Here comes Scariotti. She's 15. She's 1 point shy from tying a career high at 16. That was this season against Western New England. McMorrow holding over for Niles. Now for Scariotti near side. Good cut by McMorrow. She draws contact. Schwabe can't believe it. Schwabe thought she had all ball, but it's a foul, and McMorrow will go to the line for two with 6:44 to go, fourth quarter.
Foul on the Riverhawks. Schwabe, their first, team second. McMorrow will go to the line, shooting 2.
McMorrow will drain the first. And she'll drain both to extend the lead to 9, 54-45. WPI, 6:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. McQuillan gets the screen, thought about a three, now she'll take it, and she'll connect. 19 points for McQuillan. She's up to 1,011 in her career. And Scariotti bringing the ball back the other way. Ball movement by the Engineers, brings the ball to Adriana Niles, steps back, takes a jumper, got it, the three! Niles, 15 points, that's a career high for Adriana. 57-48 WPI, 6:03 to go here, fourth quarter. Deep jumper here, and connecting is McQuillan. That is impressive, 22 points for McQuillan. She's up to 1,014 in her career. And that moves her to 10th all-time in Susquehanna school history. Scariotti inside for Reynowska, fights through. Schwabe gets the foul again. Reynowska to the line for two. A 6-point lead for the Engineers with 5:28 to go, fourth quarter.
Team's third.
O'Neill and Finken will check in. Press out, and McMorrow will check out. Finken in foul trouble, she's got 4. O'Neill in foul trouble, she's got 3. Reynowska will drain the first one. Puts the lead to 7, 58-51 with 5:28 to go, fourth quarter. Second free throw off, but an offensive rebound from McKenna Finken keeps the possession alive for the Engineers. O'Neill right-hand dribble will defer to Alex Scariotti near wing. Scariotti gets a screen on the roll with Reynowska. She lost possession of the basketball, knocked out of bounds by Schwabe. It'll be Engineers basketball, 8 on the shot clock. They're huddling up to see what play they're going to call as Scariotti will trigger from the end line. Off the break, Scariotti down low for O'Neill, turns, right hand off the glass and in. 12 points for O'Neill this afternoon, 9-point lead for the Engineers, 60-51 over the Riverhawks with 5:03 to go, fourth quarter. McQuillan, one-on-one against Niles. There's a hand check against Niles, that's her first foul, fourth foul against WPI, one more, and the Riverhawks will be in the bonus for the rest of the regulation. Off the inbound, it's McQuillan crossing over, big step, lays it up and in. 24 for McQuillan. Engineers coming back the other way. Niles already with a career high 15. Thought about a jumper. Instead, entry pass for Reynowska, who gets it off the glass and in. 5 points for Emily. 62-53 Engineers over the Riverhawks. 4.5 to go in the fourth. McQuillan, dribble drive, picks up a dribble, tries to pass it up top for Brant. Brant zigged, the pass zagged. It'll be Engineers basketball with 4:20 to go in the fourth. Niles and Scariotti both with 15. That's a career high for the freshman Niles. Scariotti 1 point from a career high. It's O'Neal on the far wing. She'll get a screen from Rainowska and then dribble back. Scariotti skip pass down low for Rainowska. Fighting her way. Puts it up and in against Schwabe. 11-point lead for the Engineers. 64-53. 3:58 to go, fourth quarter. Lemire gets a soft screen from Schwabe, crosses over, baseline jumper, short, won't fall. Kara O'Neal tumbling to the ground, diving to the ground as well as Finken. We're going to get a jump ball. It'll be Engineers basketball. 3:46 to go, fourth quarter. McQuillan trying to press Scariotti here. Scariotti easily goes across the timeline. Engineers set their offense. Finken near wing. Crosses over, gets the screen to the free throw line. Pulls up, takes a jumper and connects. And we're going to get a full timeout from Gabby Holko. It's a 13-point lead for the Engineers, the largest of the afternoon. 3:28 to go, fourth quarter. Engineers 66, Riverhawks 53. You're watching WPI Women's Basketball on YouTube.com. Coming out of the timeout, 66-53, 13-point lead for the Engineers. 3:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. A season high for Kara O'Neal with 12. Career high 15 for Adriana Niles. And Alex Scariotti flirting with a career high at 15. Up and under for McQuillan. Can't get it to fall. Rainowska the rebound for the Engineers. Double checking now to see if that is a career high for O'Neal. It is a career high 12 for O'Neal. McKenna Finken with back-to-back baskets for the Engineers. The lead is extended to 15, 68-53, 2:42 to go, fourth quarter. So career high for Kara O'Neal with 12. Career high 15 for Adriana Niles. And again, Scariotti flirting with a career high at 15.
Foul on WPI, Scariotti.
Alex Scariotti committing her second foul. It's a fifth foul.
Team is over.
It was a shooting foul anyway, so Lemire would have been going to the line. But more importantly, there's 5 fouls now against WPI. So any foul, either at the basket or away from the basket, will send Susquehanna to the line for 2 with the double bonus. Lemire misses the first free throw. What a great job by the Engineers to come away here in this fourth quarter. We were kind of nip and tuck most of the game, and here in the fourth quarter, the Engineers have just blown things wide open. 68-54 after the made free throw for Lemire. O'Neal holding it there. Defers for Niles, now for Scariotti. Behind the back dribble, gets the screen, driving the lane, underneath for Rainowska. Great look, and Rainowska leaves it up and in. 9 for Emily. 70-54, Engineers over the Riverhawks. 2:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dribble drive by Lemire. She'll kick out for McQuillan. 3-ball in and then out. Reynowska sweeping the glass with the Windex. Up ahead for Scariotti. Skip pass for Finken. Draws contact. We'll go to the line for 2.
Foul on Susquehanna's Brandt. Their first, team's fourth. Finken will go to the line shooting 2. Golden Zeal checks in for the Riverhawks, replacing Schwabe.
After both teams scored 17 points aside in the third quarter, WPI 24-13 is outscoring Susquehanna 24-13 here in the fourth quarter, which is why this lead is opening up to 70-54. Finken misses the first free throw. There's a minute 50 to go in this fourth quarter. Finken hits the second free throw.
Hildenbrand checks in for
And we're going to see Kate Hildenbrand, her first action of the week. She'll replace Sadie Comfort. Immediately, Hildenbrand gets the ball, tries an entry pass, which gets deflected out of bounds.
Out of bounds, stays Susquehanna ball.
Susquehanna basketball with a minute 42 to go in the game and 23 on the shot clock. On the crossover, McQuillan spinning, kicking out for Lemire. She's driving hard, scoop in the basket, won't go. Reynowska with the Windex for the Engineers. Outlet pass for Cara O'Neill from Scariotti just to get it across the timeline. Engineers slow things down. Final 80 seconds. O'Neill driving the lane, pulls up, kicks out, Finken, fake the 3, pulls it down. O'Neill, 10 on the shot clock for the Engineers, trying to force it to Reynowska. Good job by Brandt to knock it away. Riverhawks come away with the basketball. Final 65 seconds. Swung out. 3-ball. McQuillan. She'll hit 27 for McQuillan. She's up to
1 minute to play in the fourth.
1,019 for her career. Scariotti. Skip pass for Reynowska. Give and go. Scariotti scoops it up and in. 17 points for Alex Scariotti, a career high. 73-57 WPI, 42 seconds left. Lemire, left-hand dribble. 16-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. McQuillan drops it underneath for Brandt, kicks out for Lemire. Wide open 3, short. Rebounded by Adriana Niles, and why not? 25 seconds left on the clock. They're just going to run it out here. Cara O'Neill, she'll hold. Charisse Galasso telling everybody spread the court. And that's going to do it here from Harrington Auditorium. WPI 73, Susquehanna 57. That's going to be a final from the WPI Holiday Invitational. WPI coming away with 2 wins this week. Susquehanna ends the tournament 1-1. Bates 0-2 already going home. Scariotti, a career high 17. Cara O'Neill, career high 12.
Final today.
Adriana Niles, career high 15. Engineers defeat the Riverhawks 73-57. We're going to send it down to public address announcer Pat Hickey, as we'll have all tournament team mentions here live from Harrington Auditorium, and then we'll wrap up the webcast.
to recognize some players for the Women's Basketball 2021 Winter Invitational. From Susquehanna, your all-tournament team is Olivia Brandt and Erin McQuillan. For WPI, your all-tournament team, Caro Neal and McKenna Finken. Your tournament MVP from WPI, McKenna Finken.
McKenna Finken getting tournament MVP and well-deserved. She played excellent defense and played very well this afternoon, getting 8 points while playing great defense. For Susquehanna, it's McQuillan
and your champion for the 2021 Winter Invitational,
and Brandt getting the all-tournament teams for Susquehanna. Game high 27 points from McQuillan today. She's up to 1,019. She's number 10 in Susquehanna scoring history. And WPI's seniors on at midcourt right now with the championship trophy, and now everyone else joining in to take a picture with the championship trophy. $73-57 was the final. WPI over Susquehanna. That's going to do it here from the WPI Holiday Invitational. We'll come back next Friday, January 7th. The women's team will be in action. That's the next WPI Athletics webcast. For executive producers, Rusty Egan and Alex Gutierrez, George Bannister saying thank you for joining us this week, especially those tuning in from the Bates and Susquehanna communities. No fans were allowed here at Harrington Auditorium, so thank you in the WPI community as well for tuning in to our broadcast. Have a great rest of your New Year's Eve day and have a safe and happy New Year from myself and from the entire WPI athletic staff.